What it is, ho? What's up? This is the MER episode. Let's go. What I'm doing here today is I'm gonna rank my least favorite to my most favorite products across La Mer. I've pulled questions from Sephora's website, couple of footnotes to get out of the way. The last time I used La Mer exclusively, head to toe, all of it, was at the beginning of the Panini press, because at that time, you know, DoorDash every day, doing everything to stay sane and to feel cozy and comfortable and to try to find joy in the little things while we were all under quarantina. It was almost like a comfort blanket during those really turbulent times. I have off and on for the last 15 years dipped my toes in and out of La Mer. I first came into contact with the brand when I worked beside a La Mer counter. The people on that team were very sweet, very nice people. I used to talk to them all the time. Sometimes keep an eye on the counter, look after their customers where people are on coffee breaks and so on. I just want to say from the outset, you're buying La Mer for pleasure. You're buying La Mer for the experience. We always say at What the Hall that the best way to take your skin from A to B is to go to a derm, a doctor, a medi spa, whatever is within your means. But if you have the budget, buying beautiful products, there's no harm in it if it brings you joy. And also, I want to add the caveat here, don't buy into this brand just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's better. If this is something that's prohibitive to you and you're going to be precious about it, it's not for you. If you drop something down the sink, yes, you're going to be ticked off, but will you be able to repurchase it in a couple of days, in a week? Because we don't need to do pocket watching. We just need to be sensible here. If it's prohibitive for you, that's fine. You're not missing out. In 2023 going into 24, the marketplace is so expansive and so far reaching. You can find a myriad products that are going to address any number of concerns. So the way this is working is we're starting from the worst products to the best products. The worst product, hands down, no questions asked, is the replenishing oil exfoliator. In doing some digging, it looks like it's being phased out. It's no longer on Sephora.com. It's no longer on La Mer USA, and good riddance. It was a ghastly product. It rinsed off dirty. It felt filthy. They wanted to make a moisturizing exfoliant for people with really dry skin, and they completely up. If this idea of I need a gentle exfoliant but my skin is dry and sensitive and I don't like things that are too gritty or abrasive, have a look at the Fresh Sugar Polish. It's the most comparable in terms of texture and less scratchy. Or one of my new faves, have a look at the Dr. Sturm. Her face scrub is very gentle, slightly compensating, adding moisture, but really delightful and not too scratchy. Good riddance. We don't ever want to see this product brought back again. Next, and this is a skip, not a bad product, but one that I would skip, is the Renewal Body Oil Balm. I was using this product back in 2020. I still have a tiny bit of it. It just will not go away. It's an ointment. It's occlusive. It's almost like a barrier. It waterproofs your skin. You really have to work it in. It kind of sits for a while. You can skip it. The one positive I'll say about it is it lasts absolutely forever. And maybe it's expired, who knows? Next, and this is very mid, is the UV Fluid SPF 50. Goes on pleasant, not ashy, no white cast, great on my skin. So I'm sure anyone with a richer complexion could get away with it because there's no mineral filters in it. I have a sinking suspicion that this is Daywear Plus SPF 50 in La Mer packaging. You can fight me on this one because Estee used to make a Daywear fluid that was a factor 50 in the tube, and it had that same horrendous cucumber fragrance that exists in all the Daywear products, and that's what really threw me off about this. One of the questions that did come up about this is, does this moisturize? For people who have oily combination skins, you could use this as a standalone moisturizer. It is that lightweight but still hydrating enough, and for people who are drier like me, I would layer my cream and then put this on top. It's a good texture, awful scent. There was a summer collection that they did a couple years ago, probably in 2019, 2018, when they had fake tans and body oils and stuff like that. There was a face lotion and a pump that was a factor 30. That was the best. That was the absolute best sun protection product that they had at La Mer. They need to bring that back. The next thing is the body creme. This is also kind of mid. but it's a real delightful product. It smells good, it feels good, it's never too greasy. It comes in 2 size formats. There is a drum, so it's a beautiful gift if you can afford to bestow that on somebody that you love. The question that comes up here is, does this have the same scent as the Renewal Balm? Good question, because that Renewal Balm, it's a very unique fragrance, but it's not reminiscent of anything else, where the body crème has a very distinct fragrance that does not repeat in the oil balm. So 2 very different smells. Next item, also very mid, but also very good, is the lip balm. We don't like it because it comes in a pot. This is the sort of thing that you're keeping at home, because if you're taking this into the wild, you know, you unscrew the cap and you're pressing your lips against it, because you don't really want to put your hands in there when you're out in these streets, right? You know, somebody behind you is coughing, and what makes it really nice is that it's deeply moisturizing. It goes on slightly matte. The question that comes up is, what flavor of scent is it? I would describe it as spearmint gum. The smell or the flavor and the finish are the high points on this one. So it is a good one, but it needs to be in a tube or a stick. All right, this is the first eye cream I ever used start to finish in my life, is the Eye Balm Intense. So the question that comes up with regards to this is this product eye serum or eye cream? Thank you. It is very much an eye cream, not even quite a balm. Throughout the years, they've had different types of eye gels, eye serums, all sorts. When they launched the eye balm or the eye concentrate that comes in the green bottle, that's one of the few products that actually irritated my eyes, so I would never revisit that. But this eye balm, because it is the first eye cream that I ever used, I love it. It glides, it's moisturizing. As I mentioned with the November new ins, Shiseido makes one of the best eye creams going, but this is a favorite of mine. It's not as rich as you would think, but it feels very nice, very pleasant, absorbs well. It has that little implement that goes along with it. I never use it. It's not life-changing. You can go without it, but I love it. I think it's one of the nicest eye creams out there. We're getting into the territory of things that I would absolutely repurchase, recommend. You know, these are the things that I rate. Number 3 of my top La Mer products is the Treatment Lotion. The Treatment Lotion is... So the question what comes up here is, do I use the tonic and then the treatment lotion, or is it one or the other? Thanks in advance. It's not one or the other. They're 2 very distinct products. So the tonic is that peach toner that they make. It's a one-size-fits-all toner. The treatment lotion is an essence. It's a moisturizing booster. It's a pre-serum. They used to have, during my time, 2 infusions. There was originally just the radiant infusion. Then they subsequently came out with the hydrating infusion. Those 2 products married and gave birth to the treatment lotion, which is a one-size-fits-all essence. You either pour it into your palms and press it onto your skin. You can make a DIY sheet mask if you have certain types of cotton. You can mix it into your cream. You can use it any number of ways. Because I was such a fan of the radiant infusion, again, this is another nostalgic product for me. I love it. I just think it's so satisfying. It smells great. It feels great. The next thing is the Renewal Oil. This is something that actually scared me when I first saw it. It's very cool because it's a biphase oil, so you shake it up and it goes cloudy. When it settles, you'll see it separate and turn into different spheres. The question that comes up here, again, like the treatment lotion, is, do you use this before or after your moisturizer? If you're the ideal La Mer customer, I imagine you're going to be washing, toner, treatment lotion, a serum, replenishing oil, a cream, SPF, makeup. You do all those layers, right? If you're the perfect La Mer customer. But if you're a real person like me, I use the Renewal Oil one of 2 ways. I either would scoop my moisturizer in my palm and put a couple of drops just to kind of soften up the cream and make it more pliable, or I would just use it on its own and then follow with the SPF. And it has this beautiful sort of satiny, humid, wet look to the skin, where you're not greasy, the skin just looks full and really light reflecting. It truly is magical. And like I said, it's one of those products that when I saw it at first, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to use this. I'm probably going to break out. But with every usage, I became more and more hooked on it. Your skin looks instantly better when you use the renewal oil. I love this stuff. And then lastly, and of course it has to be the number 1, is the Crème, the moisturizing cream. The question that came up is, how long does it last? It lasts as long as you want it to. The classic cream is designed for all skins, all people, all ages, all skin tones, everyone. But everyone has preferences, so they have, I think, 6 textures: a mattifying, a soft lotion, the gel, the soft cream. I'm wrong. And then the 5th one is the classic moisturizer. I have tried 4 out of the 5. I never use the matte. I hate the gel, hate the soft cream, like the lotion, and love the moisturizing cream. In terms of utility, if you buy the 60 ml jar, it could last you several months. If I recall correctly, the ideal La Mer customer, I believe, is supposed to buy a jar of cream every season or every 4 months. I can't remember, but they had like a metric about this in terms of how they used to do callbacks and stuff on counter. I went from Sephora to working on a high-end counter, so I had a different sort of vantage point when I came there. And the people that I worked with at La Mer, like my neighbors, they used to say, you can never sell La Mer at a counter at Sephora. No, 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 it's not an open sell. You need somebody to walk you through it, somebody to guide you through it. And look at how far and how different things are. It is astounding to me that I can go into a store and just pick up a jar of La Mer without any sort of intervention by a sales associate to tell me how to use it and advising me to add on all these different things. It's such an interesting time that we're in. But I would say, yes, if you are looking for something that's going to last ages, that you can really stretch out because you need so little of the product. And if you, like me, incorporate other things like the renewal oil and the treatment lotion, because there's all these added layers of moisture, your cream is almost just like a sealant. It's perfection. It's perfect in the winter. It's perfect in the spring. It's perfect. No, it's not perfect in the summer, because if you live in a humid climate, yes, it can be oppressive. At this stage in the game, I have come back to this brand so many times, over and over again. I don't know if I'll be buying it again because there's just so many interesting things out there that I really want to engage with. But those are just my thoughts. Those are my observations on Crème de la Mer. Leave questions down below if you have any. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, do whatever feels right to you. And as always, thank you for listening. Thank me for speaking. And I will catch you in the next one. Adios.